Another Monday afternoon, the 22nd day of March 2020. That's 2021. Hey, then I make out 2020. 2021, a Monday afternoon. Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem 94.7 FM. Yet Munyana Simon Munyana Kwaba to yet another exciting edition of our show. Ghana's biggest and the most authoritative political, social, current affairs talk show, Ekosiisen Live on Asempa FM. Arofo no midi osaibo nsu from Ubia Mejo so enyame nkwana mewaha enne oman hene kwabena asante atenase. He is the head of our political affairs desk ewa Adom TV na afia Asempa FM. Your production team, solid team. Dominic Kisi Yaboa, Nana Chum Berema, Jackson Osei Tiamoa, and Eric Opare, be friend with DJ Ayo, and I Queen Star Japan. That's the team behind the success of Ekosiisen. Yet not to say 2 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Yashadi Ekosiisen Jumedi Ebremo. We've done some 18 minutes after 2. Yeah, the M'Ahiasem segment no ever bremo in a moment, but we have some very interesting issues on our table. Here we are. Yeah, the discussion segment no ebenya Felix Kwachio Fosu, former deputy communications minister, studio Hasanso na Andrew Ejapa Mesa Eskaya on a MP second D constituency. In Penyefo Mienu ne won etnase ahwe edi enkomo on our discussion segment. Mame Fencham Emma Munso say some of the trending issues on social media, back on Achimota, and in some course. So last week, he did home come and year twaso Nagrat Akasa, the Old Student Association of Achimota, and so then Sem Atuja would get a bit more into those issues. Martin Jose Kumase, real estate developer be Akuchen Yegu. Ama yasi menshia ashese in Nia yasi akwani Niano, Esewani and Sao Katrina, Udieria. Onye Indiana for 5 years. Now I'll hand you over. You know, or more Kenya. Now we'll go into the details of that particular story. And indiscipline around the country, and near me was here na discipline it to me eba. Yebedi sa ankomoni on Friday, so there is a big event happening at Wasa Ekropon. I'll tell you more about that event in Semguapono. So yebedi nyina honkomo. Be an active listener, not a passive one. Come through with your thoughts, your comments, your observations. Would love to hear from you. Adia bakwaya de bia encourage mo someone ye ene se bibi koso wo bibia wo na wani nye ho e bia pese yete na ye bo ho dawuro ema wo. We encourage you to come through with those concerns, and I would share them with the rest of the world. Yeah, your WhatsApp line no in say ontro ya me pa cho fa pen netro eto ho mame. WhatsApp line Ekosiisen WhatsApp line no 0548 955 947 0548 955 947. Now for messages ni Brian Kai Emma. We are live around the world. myjoyonline.com and adomonline.com. Uko App Store, Google Play Store, and as a Huawei app gallery. Ubetima download your apps. No me try myjoyonline.com app and adomonline.com app. Now wait radio live ewo and so. We're on Facebook as well, and then on Twitter, on YouTube. Join us and let's stay interactive. Nipa bebrina na joining na Esther Ano. Good afternoon to you. Philip K. Kuma was a good afternoon. Hashtag Ekosiisen. Let me see the other people watching us on Facebook. Atinyi Gabriel. Or say, keep the good work you guys are doing for Mother Ghana from City Gardens. City Gardens, Cantamanto. Cantamanto. Oman Cantamanto, City Gardens be ho. And I won't name ho.
Menshia Udu natural reproduction down ho Okusu tune.
Na menshia Cantamanto menshia.
Na vou bitam question. Nipa na catch ro baby at the end owo. Ozu busam say na me say Udu menshia. Udu menshia no afa so tune kwana. Once I report junction, Kwanin Chehonoma, Cantamanto, City Gardens, Omabo Sissi Honoma, Omotunto, a parts and gardens. No, but said the way the other. Oh, my, I'm actually, I say,
Samuel Oforia J, good afternoon to you. You are watching us on Facebook Live. Nana Ajenim, Boating, also Nana Sefa, Shane, Nene, Abia. Also Shane. Thank you to all of you watching us at Perego Chakapama and the rest of all. Okay, we saw Sabon Zongo, Perego Chakapama, Sabon
Zongo.
Yeah.
Zango, one or three, Papa Betre, Zango.
Sabon Zango.
Indeed.
But has Sabon Zango, has a Wamiamia baby.
Yeah, baby, Kumasi, Oko Sunyani, Oko, and Krahanama. Yeah, Zabon Zongo.
Anyways,
yeah.
Maxwell also answered, Dusseldorf in Germany. Dusseldorf. Okay. Germany, there was some very nice cities. I was in Frankfurt, Papa, the home of Lufthansa. Very, very nice.
Frankfurt, German,
I said you're saying.
Yeah, so you just don't conclude by saying papa. Frankfurt or Fort. Problem I'm going to do Fort. That is money to town, money to brio. I'm say Frank and the Fort. And I'm the Frankfurt. Well, Onyamigusu kakra or the echo. Na debia damekase. We have no reason, no excuse. Say because you ain't been that trade and ponyankoponasi. Yeah, Prophet Patrick Sam obe preachy way apostolic empowerment. Or see nipa binim crowd they show mutim say it's a privilege. So mutim kwa sorry, it is a privilege manyame. You see, yes or no? You see how we can think. So no man in the cabinet until no quarter officer just no kwanyame sa privilege no mabetina sorry them. So nyame bie obi biere ni every second. The snares and whatever that is thrown at each individual every second. I'm telling you, every minute, every second, every hour, every day. Because the or the afemo. It is not automatic, say, and exactly. If we assume, say, it was special at the ABA, it is a right. Says a semi da at the sorry, that's where the problem is. So I acknowledge said that superior power, that supreme power, no, and or the echo, and or the bar. That's where the challenge continues to be. Joby, a bra woman, a woody sem, any a year scamming, any fraud, any 19 twitter, any chat to show, any yaudiania pinisie, any woo and sem fatampo free who premature death, and quenchia hodo, yadia any medina, no ebe wiaseno. Esan say ye Isaka mai nimbra e womuntino. Ebribia da say dey aseda sonko ma twede ampona. Because tibrina say the danger is not understanding the times that you find yourself in. But the good news is that if you know the times that you are in, ebribia da was strategy to kick that time. Timesre. Obi bia ntum say we don't have a choice. Can any say a choice? But we don't. Once Oda Utimi Soren Quade, there's something controlling the system. Of course. Beyond all that effort, how the year Jumadin, or they prepare Sika, or they talk us, or they see Oyenya Padiano, Kahunu says, Unya Sam, your money, Nina. That's all Shrew Okra. So I just say, what do you achieve? Because, and then we are saying the impact that we leave, the positive impact, not just an impact. The footprint that we leave, those are the things that ebe guide me through the wo abakosemu. Se brebi sunye, kwabna santie brebi sunye obi. Oninya kasafidie no. Wona amfa mbeye omunkwa self-centered interest, but omode be ma Ghana nya mfaso wo omudwumadi ombedi yeso. Sa na sesa o kachira o so civil servant, so public servant, o ye sofo, o aboso kan, o malata ade e turn 2 cities. O hwe benkum hwe nifa emfa nge 25 cities. Kwesi da nko bon nsem ntina front row na nyame ase. O bu nipa. It is important that we understand these basics. Si ete sa nyama na se kra na obi amamuo ebeye fo ebeye mre ama o man nso mpuntuo ne kanko no etimi di mu ase awie peyo efri se typical example, we take advantage of ourselves. Adiano, onim say paint rubber paste. In Katia paste, 45 cities and 50 cities. Or she benkum no sheni fa. Ohu ni pediana, otimi bofri 120 echo. Or dobeba besi 60. Wasa buasa account. O yo, na wasa chere for so nyame chira. Na wan kasa say wo so na omagu triso. So until obi the psyche and the mentality and the attitude and the character. Now so be me character one say mo social media kakra. Character is everything. To pursue, to win, to love, to care, to have that sympathy is character. Etibesre debia de yebani ebe kem wa. And then we don't action or initiate what we have been saying or what we believe is right. If we don't initiate it, dia be yebia no ensiaga. Etimesre osebus mesre debia de onyamia do mekase o platform media. A platform strong a yede boa. Etimesre baby bia Ghana ni bia hu no. Se sebe ukwa sorry we Muslimini, we kanka Buddhist, Hare Krishna, we traditionalist. Baby anywhere ya chro omongoma na mudidi djuma say twa red light mu. Baby anywhere the impunity as I say driver for both public and private cars. Omudi twa red light mu no obi. Alarming. Impunity. Because yen so ni mu ntwe na so ma ohun say ya twe na so ma ono ankasa ne ho ato no. It
dovetails into general indiscipline. You say, and I can say, you say a private developer in Nuya Bako 600 along the banks of Lake Bosomtre. Lake
Bosomtre.
Wakuchegu. So a private developer. Ama you say menshia ashane say onuya in Nuya 59,800.
No, say bebo obi enkan enfa the Bako.
Okay.
Dia ntu mi no nya course abia hokotwetwa
and those details now are not in the story. We might have to get to Kumasi now if you have our details, but we hear say menshia asha say only 59,800 now on managing Niano for 5 years now handing you over.
No be say no bona brand shoe. Na say we dey o passing gardens for Juma and o forestry for Juma. It is good, and this will serve as a good deterrent.
Because Ochenu 6 along the banks of Bosomtre.
And in Niano, yes, in Niano, normal in Rio. Yes, apart from that protection, and then I had 3x4 near and you see, people are being paid to take absolute care and charge of some of these properties in the name of Ghana or in the name of whatever. But Obia look on carelessly. Obia adia bakwa make us a kripo aginsem almost because a chance we move but when a chia makaka krebina eyaka from there. It's a level of carelessness. I don't care and ebegua engu whatever happens after all what. That's why a soldier for betimia call boasia could be where they say a soldier for the uniform, they are losing that bit. Akwa yes, I know my name will be or no echo wire and say, he's so concert party. A soldier for so what I say, then you better post it for maybe I say a true muscle. So what I say, I post it for Timinia could draw a fashion show. I post it for now that you crap post it bar. What that you would image now? Yeah, fashion show.
A weekend, no move back.
My goodness. Titi na titi. Titi and titi. The late President Rollins, who born dog, service with integrity. That's why so many see there are no standards. Nobody is an authority when it comes to standards. And yes, the standards are falling. If you say things fall apart, the center is not holding up. People don't get it. If we don't start taking care and cracking the whip,
Jackson, how police when video no.
Me at Nasa, near Bibia, sir. I post it for anyone you. Are you not worried? Are you not concerned that people that we look up to?
That's what Omumu Bako here where they know Mokujana. Omu pictures I watch.
You know, sometimes me few because I read me few. Chairman is saying, one man is so me few because you do things to make me give you the response. Because because already somanum. Because able to just here. The biggest challenge is that in Chirimano, Because one here be do baby no. Now obi a police recruit. No I say swimming costume, no the direct cars. Jack, that's normal.
Now Osha channel with
no what channel on trees, no about swimming costume, no the namunoko. Go black. So etimisre such things, no, that is why Timika said they be a pump China from your illegal immigrants. Every day the Chinese too are flooding our country through same customs immigration for Bena. Almost a Ghana Shemra. Say illegal people cannot enter, but they allow illegal people to go through. Why? When should NDC MP on Asempa FM? When we get political power, we don't leave everything for the politicians. That is why Minu serve as watchdog to help the politicians. Saying, if we say no to whatever they say, what can they do?
Yeah. Because why?
Yes.
Members of parliament.
What can they do?
Members of the executive.
What can they do?
President higher appointment and 5,000.
What can they do?
All the MPs. 275 count.
What can they do?
Political party leaderships across the country. They are no more than 10,000.
Yes, but just I know me. You know what I'm saying? It's all immigration customs, you know. One hour, Sasikano, our move room illegally. Asemsia, I also just
last week,
I don't get it.
We should build a society with people led by their conscience.
I don't get it. That conscience is key because we need
conscience.
People even entered through our borders and I say entered through border
with COVID-19.
Yes.
Now, say Oje sika papa bimpa. Obe 50 Ghana, 10 Ghana. No one
horrible.
Obi a RAS system when we've locked out the risk and everything. What throw everything to the
horrible Obi.
It's bad.
It's minim how you bet me a jebre na yetimi asesa yesu no because enya usuba enya man yosemo. There are few habits and characters because of aman yosem tire bi obenya seven kwasi akukuduro bi aka se mehwi we asum kra de me call police station kra na e say political matter di eno na police di timi nya akukuduro se obi afom mmra no na ono aka se we political matter ntino mo fanko fi na mo kudire when the issue is just not a political issue. Obi threat obi so obi cool. Now my yako langas abiti ntimi nku wi dade. When we know all the langas. Impunity. Call to some of these Abokobi and then all those areas how this is legal. These so-called langas.
How man show police for now him. What I found apart from Bibiano, Sankoma and Shechena, I think what spoiled everything for them was a channel.
And I say they don't even understand the power in that channel much. They don't understand.
Because Ubetima is how black and white.
They don't understand.
But to put on that police.
And I'm saying that. And I'm saying that.
Ubetima about Facebook about video. Jackson. Eddie video.
Now police band the Krabewi. The police band. Would they do this?
Jackson the video now 20. Apparently, now police need Baba ko air worry and the name for other police people.
Police band.
Eko Kojani like they were part of the bridal party. Now in their hotel dressing, no, and omodia film Eshi Jama. Now Jama no mo sign share. In the almost normal black and white, normal costume. But police
Miss Ghana beauty pageant.
It's interesting. The power, the authority is in the
as a beauty pageant.
And him cap, no a coat of arms the boy anymore.
As someone make catch on. As someone make catch on. And who do you blame? Obi. So for some time now, entry points into a police service.
To even have the presence of mind.
But that's what I'm saying. Acquire your first one. Ya jiji ya police for the immigration ya customs for any a soldier for no acquire do na a bon people live there just like that and they are just called to join the police service. A bon go and ask CP the COPs omo pen so kwa na first one your honu Dampare chief IGP Kofi Boachi all these COPs all of them Mami Tiwan go and check how they manage to get into the police service. How? It's Orem with ease, at ease. There's nothing at stake. Absolutely nothing at stake. That's why I make us say. One of the revered institutions, BNI. It's almost so much in NIB. Yeah, National Investment Bank. Sorry.
National Investigations Bureau.
Okay. Do you know almost say
National Investigations.
So what has changed about the operations? How many people from Kawana?
Mema omo penye number na.
Wow, when I do the slap on my sum, with about you, and I don't maybe come up. With the only maybe come up. For the first time, walking came here, my mouth say, no, and I remember some playing your friend is saying, I'm not.
We are commenting on Facebook, say, oh, anything wrong with that issue.
Oh, yeah,
but the point is,
Obi,
what is wrong is
Obi, let's not entertain some of these commentaries. Sanayama, right, normal. And you see, people deliberately also chipping this thing for whatever reasons.
Yeah.
Or maybe I want to say,
yeah.
If you don't see anything wrong, wherever you find yourself, we see everything wrong with the service with integrity people.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah.
We have standards in whatever organization that you join. And you won't even tell one country, let me say, one Ghana 2 million months, one chance to the service with integrity. No, one 2 and among the Ghana 2 million mutiliswa. Now, police service, yes, a fashion show. Police service, yes, a fashion show.
But we know what I also want to find out. Now, police because Obi, these are very beautiful ladies. Stop the hypocrisy.
Well, for Nippon knowledge, just for comic relief.
Yeah.
You see, when we are serious and our institutions are breaking down, some of these comic comments, are very painful.
Yeah.
So what I say, we want a police service that is just prim and proper.
Yeah.
I want to taking your for granted. That is why
but
I keep saying,
man, about this video. These are supposedly trained officers of the Ghana Police Service. To even have that presence of mind, say, Yensha Police channel, and I'm surprised. I am because Obi go through training biano. And not say we a soldier, we a police ni. Maybe I will go out to Koyebi, now say Obi too cha. You have to chase the person and get that a channel.
Now, Obi, just a way I cry and come. DNT Obi crowd to me so police when the man is in uniform.
Yes, or uniform.
So you have a problem.
To wear that cap and be doing this is unbelievable. And no one does a police for I hear they've been punished for this. I don't know the kind of punishment, but that's just about it. And also feed into the creeping impunity in our system. And these are supposed to be law enforcement, office, and that's where disappointment,
Yeah, because you know, well, maybe I make a problem. The Bamijiri said, not gratitude not for, and people should rise up and start talking about some of these things. As a country, we should start revising some of these notes and requirements in our institutions.
Okay.
I want to say, sir, Rastafari says some no dreadlocks rather. And then we common NC. Yeah, but sometimes I say, young Kasaya principles, and you know maybe I did so as of mine.
Yeah.
You're careful. The issue of demotivation, demoralization, be part of the teaching fraternity. Ebe you actually teacher for more than bono. Ebe affect them in so many ways. I want the teachers themselves to speak to this matter. Because me as a parent, me share chiri and chebiano obi. School uniform you betwem. And chebia obi. Because school uniform continues to be a challenge for some parents. And me kwa nkola no want ade ofi. It's not a justification, but it is like when the president said that issues about 1, 2, 3, we are not yet there. There's no advocacy for that. But when the time is ripe for us to have a conversation around it, the country will need to have a conversation. We are at that point that we have to revise most of the things that we think, as a country, we need to relook at some of the decisions that we have taken over the years. If we change, then we all know that we have all changed and we've taken this position. If those things are still in apply, as I see, apply by those things.
Last week, Bibi, and I'm happy to say, Child Rights International is a similar opinion I shared last week. So in this whole debate, I think where a lot of people are missing the point, and it's there are some rights that are fundamental to the human being. In Ghana, we've made education a fundamental human right. In TBB, anywhere was a stop from going to school, a fundamental. You get it. That does not mean say public schools, private schools in Ghana, any or more rules and regulations. Your rules and regulations should not prevent anybody from enjoying that basic fundamental human right, the right to education. Because Constitution, I think Article 14 also say, nipa biya ewo right to ne personal liberty, and as a right to liberties, apart from about education for persons under the age of 18. Enti oya akwala and you cannot decide say me go school. I was say go school that or right to liberty you have to go to school. Into education is fundamental. My point, and I think my problem, and they say Achimota still has their rules and regulations. Obi antime in free school now. But baby a furor in free buy and they say the school decide and say yeah man a brand here way we'll go through BEC. What run the exams are passing. We selected 5 schools. Computer not placing in one of those schools. Now say bar. You cannot stop that person from enjoying that fundamental human right of education based on regulations. Okay, so you can allow the person to enter, admit the student, who admitting we are, then you've crossed that barrier of say who block you from enjoying education. Who admit student we are, then you tell him say, hey, Massa, I say Catholic school. Now say obi a cremoni na oba. Untimi nkaso e cremoni nti woman mba. Ba obema na ba school we are no what say a higher Roman school. Every Monday morning, Tuesday morning, yeah, mass. In the mass, now was say untimi nko mass na. The punishment now eden odi amani pano. Say and that punishment can include expelling the person from the school. In this any panel school ni mo awie no amana say Achimota school no. Ye nhye ye enie. Untimi mfa sa trinyi we enko classroom. Untimi mfa trinyi we and die dormitory. Then you implement those. And I think that is where me baby me who said we nyina efi no. Nobody should say school no any right to implement or rules and regulations. I think they do. But we have to look at
the worrying factor here, and I respect what you have said. Probably lack of a better word, the trick should have been that matron so any in so poti amoma nipa kwa di wura bia okono. And so any church say mabo me homodin ama fa me usa school no. Enti se mama medi kan wura school no.
Na so me ko school.
Me wura school ni mawie no, ye mo akwa aba. E da se pisu abeka en wache
ha ye mre ni.
Na school ha de ye hye any.
So
probably e kwan a ebia na chimota for no so fast no. E no so ho nsem na ebia akwa but obi clearly say omuso entu na mo amasa conversation we ama. And a quiet baby baby so therefore yes no obi will have a problem. It immediately me per se me no crown this conversation. I want major I speak as a parent. So I speak and na crowd na me obi my medication on some of the things cry eba KG4 motion history ni sa normal and bebre bi eba about educational thing. We need that education. It me on me say you proper education. Any understanding free nagrat nat consent teachers whatever Ghana Education Service parents teachers association group you from private schools from public schools and all those things I see a share now Ekosiisen series you have to do a good conversation
on education
on this matter. If we need to revise some of the rules and regulations, if we still have to enforce some of these things for specific reasons, then we have to. Because Obi,
my main teacher for in the Angel Kabono Ewa Homano President Managrat. Angel Akwaba na pom to saying yate on kana check akra bibia koye.
Oh, say cash ni ho unkasa.
Mr. Kabonini.
Angel Kabono, yes.
Oh, one of the revered guys. Dano Meneno, Mr. Kabuna, Dano Meneno, yeah, Ikakrano. But Wakasa said the all committee, and yet doctor, yeah. Wakasa. Now, these people, no Obi. I wonder when such decisions are being taken up, we leave them out. Because, almost 2 or more all their life. So I say in these matters of your education forward matter, obi say era kabunu, uyi ni frima. Forget about everything. Uyi ni frima. Any possible.
Yeah.
So I say, no, I'm interested in his submission on this specific matter.
On this issue.
Yes.
Angel, minim sisi ano on this issue no. Kasa in your personal capacity or as president of NAGRAT?
Baby, made the issue no to NAGRAT Council platform.
Okay.
Emma opinions, FE Council platform. The platform no so no headmasters was so, assistant headmasters was so, house masters, any teacher for. But before me person me nyama mienu bi fi ho so. One, last Sunday, me bawo ewo presec. And I mean, say waja nyama bi ewo fie. And the Sunday, me di nyama na kwa command or presec. Me do presec era house, no call house master. Na me pano original see ho me. But a man I wa presec emma me kwine. Say me name me banner be kasa. So I handed the things over to the house master. Me banner jina ho me so me nimpe, but I just walked away. I'm sure say me bano onyaya oni ne papa be kasa. Me so me nyaya me ne me baba kasa. Then so emrana e wo school mo ho no. Emma hu kwan say me ne me banner be kasa at that time. What is the usefulness of this law? Mimi and NAGRAT president have gained access to the school. What about the thousands of children in presec? Omo papa mo nye NAGRAT president. Omo na basa school no at any time ni omo ma be kasa. What dangers, what chaotic environment do we create? So, man, so if you look at the law on this wider perspective now, Ube say it inures to the benefit of majority of the children who comes from Obi and Papa si wale on to me, you feel as part of the school. Number two, the headmaster of any school in the current arrangement now you're running cannot, even headmasters, because they don't even admit students anymore. Admission in yet they are akwana dada by the placement. And so the young man have been admitted into Achimota Senior High School. So and you're correct say the headmistress is denying the child admission. Now only admission now. In fact, you are even admitted with the course that you are. And anything I'm going to say.
Okay, science.
In Achimota. For the formalities, yeah, the prospectus, ebemao, nearby so and the school rules and regulations, ubemawa, ube signing undertaking of good behavior, ukaya, not wa sign out papanso are signing. Now, in Achimota Secondary School, like any other school, we come from different homes, different training, different beliefs, and different manifestations of our beliefs. We need, a uniform rules and regulation. So that you see, for brown sandals bra, for black shoe bra, obian shorts, and then you share long sleeve, or you share long sleeve. All these things, ube nyani 5 o'clock, ube jari, ube call dining 6 o'clock. I mean, I don't even have to say this, but all of us here, we all know these rules. And your rules ni na a school na but for one, to conform to rules is part of training. To abide by rules and obey authority is part of training. To eat food that you used not to eat at home is part of training. Some of the rules even don't make sense. But once it is part of our reformation and our upbringing, because in the secondary school stage, we are in the critical change stage of our lives. That is why today, all of us, we have some close affinity to our senior high schools because those were the schools that changed us from the drudgery of our homes and catapulted us to the new world. Oh, yes, secondary school, of course, university. The Rasta, no person you say shorts, no person who share with one slipper. So, Obia, Emma, Umra, sorry, a university. You have reached the adult stage of your life. So, people are stretching this issue of rights. And running our kind, you read article the Constitution says every person has the right to this and that, with the exception of laws made for education, welfare for people who are below the age of 18. So Rastafari, in fact, I am a reggae fan number one. You'll be shocked when I give you the history of Rastafari. But Rastafari is Rasta is not a hair culture. Rasta is from the heart. In fact, Morgan Heritage, indicates it is not a dreadlocks thing, but a conception of the heart. That is what Rastafari. So, Obi Koye Rastafari and hair. For the hair is not even a reflection of the deep understanding of the philosophy of Rastafari. There is a court ruling in 1985 in Jamaica of all places, where a child, Akoda Echo School, and in a dreadlocks, the judges rule that the school rule should prevail because the child is a minor under the age of 18. Jamaican American, you can even Google that ruling in Jamaica. So people are making so much thoughts. And I answer here, that we have to change rules in our schools. Let us all sit down and change the rules. But you see, changing the rules also have their own consequences. To me, expecting me or my colleague teachers to operate the way they are operating now when the rules change. The environment of the school should be beneficial to who those children also need to be protected by the rules of the school. So please, this is where we are coming from as a union.
And for now, Angel say mete wasie ya nagrad position ne say no school, and I say in this case no, Achimota school should not admit and I say accept students omajai dreadlocks so. That's your position.
The students have been admitted.
No, anytime I say they should not accept them.
Yeah, no, the students have been admitted. The school is telling them, say, go and do this and that according to the rules of the school. But you're stretching it beyond dreadlocks. There are others. Meaning girls be, me try the girls school. Meaning girls be or the hot pick, hot pick. Sa afina yedi ye blocking yedi stretchy etin.
Yeah.
Omunyaya, the hot pick ebebe school. Na anope bia no omo stretchy omutinwi. But emrano emangu kwai sa. Inkofo bi nso nyaya omeke puchi hair. So that omuku fie Easter and Christmas no mo kwakoyo omu jerrycans and pemming e di ache amai obusu emrano emangu kwai sa. Inkofo bi nso wo school omunyaya anko mu she jeans because omu say omunai no krokro ewu e wo omunai ama omunai nso nyefe enti omu so omu she jeans omu de cover omunai na enyefe no emrano nso emangu kwai sa. So when we start taking out the rules, selecting and picking because Nipani Rastafarian, we are opening the floodgates where a time will come we can no longer enforce any rules and regulation in the school. The school will be a chaotic environment. Your child and my child will be at risk. The last point I must say, schools be wakrum ha or my no yet per se because the school is disciplined. Member school be doing because me kobo be dina or chani and tennis school ni diana bubu. But school St. John's a water credit. It's a very disciplined Catholic school.
Yeah.
That and the discipline reflects the performance. In fact, where I make my financial officer Nebubu Fubi Bameka, St. John's and St. Mary's upon.
Yeah.
There is no way people will prefer to send their children to St. Mary's as against St. John's. And you and I know the reason.
Mm-hmm.
And yet teachers no fault too, but there are several factors to that. So be and farmer no and bonnie.
Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem.
You know, so please, it is not because we benefit anything, but the an Achimota population is over 4,000, and your friend is saying teacher population here 130. 130. So and your money na kra na bungalow in school on the campus. Look at Achimota environment. It's like a township. It is not like St. John's. Achimota is like more or less like a thoroughfare. Cars, I can assure you, if the authorities are not careful, men can even come to that school, pick girls, go to town, come back. You will not know. So rules, is for the benefit of our own children.
Okay, Auntie, I get your point now. Sisiano, the school took a decision based on Omuomu rules. I would want to find out, sir, the rules say student bia wejai dreadlocks. Untimi emma sukuno. Eye GS they are now say individual schools and they decided on for themselves.
A Ghana Education Service rules say every student should dress in a particular manner. A GES rule, and Achimota rule. Near me, or St. Mary's, you can't come there with dreadlocks. You can't go to St. John's Secondary School with dreadlocks.
Yeah.
But. Anka papai anto meka anko media. Na adiena babeye winu. Maybe this child, because there are some Rastafarians when they cut their hair, it is no issue. There are some people when they cut their obi never cut bibi chemi ewia isi say akwa bi wo mamprobi ye diseases can it me pe akwa no be fainty. I don't know what is causing that, but if it is true, then there is more to it than religion. I get in it.
And for somebody I need the medical said you know.
Oh, yes.
What then happens?
There are several critical medical situations that schools give exemption to. Me was school, you know, say me go school papa or Pope John, so I only. Me was school no. Only some conform we pepper free, any fat free. Or modriani ya strong.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem.
Every student is supposed to do some manual work. You have plot, say press, anyway.
Yeah.
But in Kofobi or asthma, because of that, because of the dust, we don't give them those works to do. And so many other reasons. But these are not general rules. Well, but me abana to her mean it is my right to tell you that I will not sweep. And we have been managing these things for all these years. Obiba school on price here now. And your second school first place out the prior ebekafo. So all these things that we do, we are helping children to come out and see the drudgery of their normal homes, transform them to become better people, to be independent for society.
But Angel, in this year, I think there are 2 or 3 issues. One, and it's the Ghana Education Service rule. Schools are bound by say we a student untimi enjoy dreadlocks. That is a fundamental rule.
Yeah, the Ghana Education Service rules can say a student is supposed to have a kempt hair.
Kempt hair.
That's right.
Where kempt means?
Oh, when you kempt hair, it's a utimi. You transfer appropriately. Now, one is that combing?
Yeah, combing. Yeah.
You comb your hair. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Yes. It is stated that the hair should be cut appropriately and combed.
Okay.
Yes.
While we even before say GES Bema directive to the management of Achimota School, no. Now you pictures came up of some other schools, Accra, for example.
Yeah.
Now apparently dreadlock student be he's been admitted to old school or uniform any other.
Yes.
And we've seen a couple of pictures in other schools.
And many other schools.
Yes.
But my main control, your schools are horror or kromoha. Schools be or ebia obi.
Yes.
You will not want your child to go.
That's true.
Wesley girls, I walk why the rules are strict and are stringent. Very strict. In fact, Wesley girls, the rules are more strict than St. John's. And in the SOG2.
Yeah, that's true.
Very, very strict. But out of that school, we continue to produce women of substance in this country. Schools now allow those direct laws on the schools now. I do not know the specific reason, but almost say allow that almost say follow GS rules now. They should have sought permission from the Ghana Education Service before they allow that to happen. Maybe, just maybe. A bit to me, I for medical reasons. It could be. That's what I'm saying. I mean, specific reasons. No, it could be medical reason or any other reason. But that one, Nipano did proof. Beba say, managing dreadlock is not simple. I don't know whether people know that.
Yeah,
managing dreadlocks is not that simple. Well, so this is what we are saying. But if some school is also reneging on its own rules, and our creating laxity in the rules, it is also reflecting in the general comportment and performance of the school.
My final question will be, sir. Yes, unse in common way na ye di no schools no rules. Ni nyina ye de boa nkwala no any ade. But our country also has a constitution.
Yes.
Within which constitution the people in the country are guaranteed some fundamental rights.
Yes.
The right to education.
Yes.
And then now Kase Akwalana has been admitted, but in himself admission a process. And the computer will place you in the school.
Mm-hmm.
Before you are able to go and sit in the Achimota classroom, you should go through registration or prospect or the amount why BBA. It is after several registration in BBA and Yebeka say 100% now you are a student of Achimota Senior High School.
I agree.
Fantastic. At the point where the school said, say, Yentimi Emma Womba because of dreads, technically speaking, he had not been admitted.
I spoke to the assistant headmaster. And I'll catch him and say,
Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem FM.
Eba ni office. I catch him and say, Oma Akwano encha nitimi. And I know Papa said they be onye. If that be the case now, we will go to social media, you will go to court, you will go to blah 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 blah. Are you getting it?
Okay.
But let me ask you a question. Let's assume. No, not let's assume. Say GS and changing the directive. Achimota is supposed to conform to the GS directive.
Absolutely.
Should that boy have a cordial relationship with the school authorities and teachers? Is that necessary and important for that guy's education in Achimota? If yes, then let's all, including the father, rethink the situation.
But baby, I know me question about say, if we all agree, sir, I also will go through some process and now you are a student of Achimota Senior High School. At the point now, headmaster and friend Papano, and I would want to believe, sir, a friend even before, sir, will go through registration processes in every year about a full student.
Yeah.
I think that meeting was held even before that, Meboa.
I assume, I don't have the facts.
Yeah, but it will be a safe assumption, sir, that meeting was held before, so we go through process.
Yes.
Don't you think, sir, at that point now, your man is our condition, sir, take down the dreads or you are not entering Achimota. That is denying a child his fundamental right to education.
By the time you say that you would be admitted in Achimota, the headmistress will have to refer the issue back to the Ghana Education Service. As a matter of fact, in fact, no head, in fact, anyone who is sent to a school, the head is enjoined by the rules and regulations to admit the person. So, Sebibinti, and I want to mean funny pana.
I was what they call Ghana Education Service.
You have to go back to your authorities.
Okay. And I want to believe, sir, in this case, Achimota wrote probably to GES.
In fact, it hasn't gotten to that before the thing blew up in the media.
Oh, okay.
So, if this thing had not blown up in the media for argument and for the union to even organize a press conference, I think this thing may, and I'm also guessing once again, may have been handled differently.
Ekosiisen
It may have been, because you see, Mehu Akora, that is the old students of Achimota, almost statement on one issue.
Yeah.
And the thing is getting to a situation where I don't think it inures even to the benefit
of the child.
Because, and I have two questions. Is it necessary and important for the child to have a cordial relationship with school authorities and the teachers? Is it necessary? Is it also necessary that the child feels psychologically and environmentally safe in the school from teachers and students? All these things contribute in the performance of a child.
And the other thing is, headmasters need the authority to even use their discretion in terms of admissions. Once a student nabano, if you think, sir, if you think, sir, you want to prevent obia, I was saying what GS my approval answer.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
And in this case, also GS nankasa, and I was rano. GS now you say omu a visa emrano edi free for the students
they have the authority
to do that.
Yes, they have the authority to do that.
Okay.
Yes.
But you believe, sir?
For example, once a GS I'm sure by today, if GS insists on it, they will write a letter to the headmistress accordingly.
To admit the student.
To admit the student.
But you think, sir, it's an authority that has been exercised wrongly?
Absolutely. That's the union thinks that is undermining the authority of the school to the extent that the authority of the school will be weakened in ensuring other disciplinary measures.
But when you say that GS and so, share, they were walking a very tight rope because you have a constitutional injunction. Sir, you cannot, based on rules, deny Obi the right, a fundamental human right, a right to education. And it's a tight rope, not GS or so walking.
Yes, they may be walking a tight rope, but sometimes we may even allow.
Hello, what's it?
Hello.
Yeah, Angel.
Yeah.
Homanu attract CD. Sisu one maybe you.
Maybe we could have even allowed ourselves to test the law.
In this case, who testing the law?
It could be the parent, it could be the school, it could be even any interested party. Some lawyers be bring about say akwa semi pass and admit akwa rombe court. And an agratin so case no court. We will attach ourselves to the case because our interest is in there as teachers.
Okay.
Okay. So that your court, we will stretch the ramifications of the issue to its logical and legal conclusion. And we will not limit it only to Rasta hair, but other issues of rules and regulations in the school. If the court rules say, people can do whatever they want based on their religious beliefs, the consequences we will let the society know. Then we move from there.
Angel, my nasi bibi ani a yebesa so aba hobio. Why? Yeda sepa nyamisha. Angel Kabono, President Emma Nagrat. Very, very, very interesting, development there. But we said, Too bad. Good fellow, man. Who message into that? That I think is a very important question. Into what then happens to foreign students or so eba? Some of them leave long hairs, and I don't know. I think the point came say, omo so obeshebi mo bought turban into especially Indians, no, into Indians omo ma ewo school high bimo go through a normal public school education system, no. Ebi mo be on turban at the school. What then happens to all of them? But that's where we are at the moment. Oman hine kwabena sante ewa ha make us say there lawyer Gary ni makon abeka yensa ewo studio. About Oman.
Oh, problem. You just don't do such introduction. Lawyer.
Oh, there be some man ho. Me man no you be no special.
Me jawa ko ntira make us oh problem. You just don't do those. Just try introductions. I had to say Adaoud, lawyer Adaoud.
Yeah.
Now it's all born in AC. Okay, so quick one.
Yeah.
Monsieur Nyaima, me a parent in this case. Inti me dear chepa. But bibia mu no emra hia. Na afa ya behwe yenso yesusu se ye wura ekuo na ye wo mu no. E won hihye de. On say me de say Nagrat, Nat, consent teachers, all those people no mashase a ye design common no. Adie bi ebebu teacher for abem no ye careful. Enya dia ebeboa. Me that's my point. Quick birthday messages.
Okay.
Bishop Ajinasare.
Oh.
And na oda. Enti ye dana se.
Ajinasare. Wow.
Said ye Odima Ghana.
Yeah.
Na Odima Nasafu. Na Odima Mebunu Tichu.
Me kind o baby sana or a Pentecost member and sana.
Oh, Debia Obidia.
No, me kind o baby.
No, apostolic empowerment. No, or your Pentecost.
Yeah, Church of Pentecost.
Okay. The church.
Church of Pentecost.
And not just Pentecost, the church.
The Church of Pentecost.
Okay.
Then a very important, a definite article. The Church of Pentecost.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, Guy Jesus say, and I was celebrating the sister-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Mami Ekua Samoa or Ben Dapa.
Okay.
It reminds me of boss Papa now is your MP, no?
Yeah.
Approaches.
Yeah.
Obin.
Alfred
Obin.
Yeah.
Ono I likely say deputies ni be beto no so.
Say
list no. O ma me chance ya bobo bi akire. Okay. Enti Mami Ekua Samoa Obin Dapa or NC. You can say Gaji or say happy birthday or New York. Nana
Sir, also for year and then
yes, and then I come back. So Mami Heti, Apostolic Empowerment, or a philanthropist or evangelist, Anna Osaye Ubia, Chese Ontutu, Unyamia Semasekra, and Apostle Salasi Adai, or wife, Miss Heti Adai, and Enewa would celebrate to the max. Nabibia Enko Kama Enfa Emao. Obi, midi cinema pejam we go Gary. In fact, and the Miami Hunajuju. Yeah, say, the top on the qualified there because it was Minuho, said, Uta coming some. See, was a memory or member. A memory be tremor with a bemana, a tremor. If you tremor, you say, with their cowca crack. I said, was I can catch your Tia monetary bag says 1881 there, and they get them. Say, beyond 70 there, say, he knows what time. That's the problem. Obi. What I say in a way, so who say, or more normal than you. Or there was university.
Where's Obi? Salaries have not been increased this year. Teachers have not been upgraded after acquiring their degrees. And my boss, Angel Kabono, is rather fighting a lost battle. Please, he should channel his energies into fighting for the welfare of teachers.
Some of these things.
No,
I am some of these pettiness.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, Mr. Petty, we shouldn't encourage some of these things. I did a bit of what put a stop to it. Yes, solve the most important was the salary. Now, when you buy adjustment, when about 2021 is when you adjust the salary. Why? When you adjust the salary? Let's stop these things. Well, because as if Angel Kabono has the magic one to push your salary up there. Onka teacher for omunko schools. Onka on channel energy and the write up no. Teacher for omunko school omunyiro omunchra. You should remind them and just onosum and tino onka omo. Is everything about money? Is everything about money?
Yeah, but
the sika sa na yetutu ne omajeje mu. Ono so teacher for omunko school no. Teacher for mun ko school, on kan chiro mu.
Oka birthday, you know. And I say, Obi, what's the core focus of NAGRAT? NAGRAT is to seek the welfare of teachers, but also welfare of teachers includes you know, to say BBC, I know more can
every second when the teacher, you know, akora okwacha na akwa
headmaster nso lose control
exactly.
of the school and
who teacher ni no way.
Yeah.
Obi anu okasa ketion tumu ehun hia. Nobody will forever say this. But these basic things na ye can no. Unim say no a structure da ho. Upe we adjust.
Yeah.
So as upe promotion akema ye nyina etra ha ye deda ye cast and last week yasa ma ebinim kwan about 450 people in Accra almost out that promotional exams no we due for promotion apart almost 2 years or 3 years. It's not fair. Ya kika ni nyina wa ha asem kakra na aba na ye boa me adwene ye adekira ni adesua ni nhyehyɛ papa ho no o se da bi wo akatia kwakire efo ade ko na kwakire empty class ade. It is becoming too much. The sense of patriotism and just going a little bit or a step further for your country and whatever we do, no, we are just killing it off. Teacher ni pesika, doctor pesika, journalist pesika, lawyer pesika. The core responsibility say, ye di Ukraine de sefatani ya tuni ina kone. How we get the money, we are not bothered. What we use the money for is the problem. How we get it, it should be a problem. That's why the fraud that does when no be for Mr. Santidako. Say see akwa mu say ma send sika. Also me sika ma o sin uni. O sin na uni.
Thank God for here.
We have to find time and talk. Almost come madam for be 10,000, 1,000, whatever it is. Now only pounds sometimes omo yo si kwabra sant ento wada. To me na makoda.
Aden.
O se o no be free no. Me post watching see Mr. M'Ahiasem kaka na cat line koi
dabi nipa ne de obi onim no number ne
obi onim no number
na say e bi yan
obi what they are sometimes when them too much crowd
some of them hack into your system
what hack you
what hack here now you fan say what hack
yeah
and when ya Wi-Fi number na ofre o say say Wi-Fi na e bia
Wi-Fi when ya send jakolibu
na say possible
and I'm saying me system na me operate no ansapa na hafuni this year. Who dey 41 na be see my ass no. Oh my goodness. Then we a superhero. Me man him call just like that. Me call the pepper na so my try system na. Me jamu mi an ho. Obo mi full name no obo details go su bo o tia na me go nua. What for wrong place because me an say me ni bra me nam no. Now we balance account 101 cities. Also was sending more than 3,000 accounts.
Good afternoon. Please help me wish Honorable Betty Mold Idrisu a happy birthday. Today is her birthday. I haven't met her before, but I just like her. Wefri Asaki Awingobet to you, Honorable Betty Mold Idrisu. But I don't seem to completely agree with some of the points raised by Angel Kabono. On the basis of Agri Memorial or Infanteman Secondary has produced better women than a school like St. John's. Some small village schools like Hachirinsia Secondary. I also think government should relook at school regulations. I believe it should be generalized. Okay, it should be generalized. His comparison doesn't suit the issue at hand. How does wearing of locks affect the IQ or intelligence of a child? Onel Amponsa, Amsterdam. Obi, even though I disagree with Angel Kabono on this Achimota issue, I don't think anyone has the right to attack him on which subject matter he should choose to discuss. The texter can also talk about teachers' salaries and no one will attack him. Protozwa Edie Eni. Please kindly wish again my brother-in-law, Mr. Kelly Somahle of Frimps Oil at Ashaim and a happy birthday. I pray for long life, success, good health, and blessings. From as usual, Samuel Tay Adano, photojournalist, Graphic Communications Group Limited. I say good afternoon, Obi. Please wish Mrs. Eugenia Anaman, Back Officer Carl Bank, Graphic Road Branch, a belated 40th birthday. I pray for grace, good health, and success to her. Inti Samuel Tayadano and Odiwe so Abba. Inti, thank you for coming through with your message. We say, your sense of optimism is a character worth emulating. You've been a brother and a source of inspiration. Happy birthday. Is it Robert or Robert? Robert Ni Pakpo Achem, a.k.a. the sensational MC. God continue to bless you. Nicholas Entry, immediate past president, Grassak G.I.J. And all the way, Abre. Eben Ewo Kwabenya, or say, the overhyped acclaim of incorruptibility of Nanado, who came to power to fight corruption, has now become someone who fights corruption fighters. Okay, this behavior has surprised those that overhyped him to power and have regretted in doing so. Eben Ewo Kwabenya Nedie Eni. We say, Obi, will you believe TMA has given land to a Chinese company here in Tema called Central to build an oil refinery? Their refinery is close to Tema Oil Refinery. You see what we are doing to ourselves as a country? Energy Minister must address this issue. Nana Amponsa Bediako. Okay, that's an interesting one. We say, happy birthday to Mrs. Betty Mould Idrisu. May she live to inspire the young generation. Anthony Nupenu and Odiwe Abba. Well, it's a good afternoon, Obi. All this noise about whether keeping hair or not, keeping dreadlocks or not, whatever. What productivity has it added to our economy? Wesley girls, so-called women of substance to society. Apart from talk, what have they added to our country's productivity? Masa, mama yenyene yeho. Oh, Anthony Nupenu. Now, some men are okay. Anthony Nupenu, messenger or the buyer. Messages need to be now. I'll come back to them. Mamin Kai was a lawyer, Gary Mafo, Atnase. Okay, into Ghana Investment Promotion Center. CEO, Mr. Yofi Grant, and birthday, and a happy birthday to Mr. Yofi Grant, CEO of GIPC. Kobe Ewa Takradi, I say, Obi, I understand your point perfectly, but here is the case where the boys have already indicated clearly that there is no way they are going to cut down their dreadlocks, as that would be against their culture and belief. So if indeed having dreadlocks is against the rules of Achimota, why then do you accept the person in the school and after expel him on the grounds of breaking the school rules? We wouldn't have achieved anything. No. Kobe Takrade. Jagos Ewan Sawem. Also, I think Ghana Education Service has taken the right step to order Achimota School to take those two dreadlock students back. No one can deny anyone's right in this country unless our constitution says so. Rastafarians are also citizens, so why must a school fail to admit them all because they are not failing to admit them because they are Rastafarians? It's because they have dreads. In the Enya extension, clear. Obi our dreads, but only Rastafarian. Obi so Rastafarian, but only dreads. And let's get that distinction clear. They are all equally citizens like all citizens. GS must sack the headmaster, really. Jagos Ewo in Sawem and on the way Abba. Message is not a door, so I'll pick the thoughts of lawyer Gary Nemako